This video presents the historical development of constructivism in education together with the key thinkers and their respective contributions. Constructivism emerged in the late 19th and 20th century as a transformative theory of learning that redefined how knowledge is understood and taught. It arose in response to behaviorism, which viewed learning as a mechanical process of conditioning. Constructivists instead proposed an education that will allow learners to actively construct their own understanding through interaction, reflection, and experience. Rather than absorbing facts, students build knowledge structures based on their prior experiences and cultural context. This shift from teaching as transmission to teaching as facilitation has become one of the most influential ideas in modern educational theory and practice. Let's start with John Dewey, an American philosopher and educational reformer whose work laid the foundation for experiential and learner-centered education. His ideas developed in response to traditional teacher-centered instruction that treated learners as passive recipients of knowledge. Dewey's experiential approach became the pragmatic foundation of constructivist education, emphasizing that learning grows from experience and reflection. His ideas bridged philosophy and psychology, inspiring future constructivists to value authentic and experiential learning. He viewed learning as an active, reflective, and experiential process where students interact with their environment to make sense of the world. For him, education should be a process of learning by doing, connecting classroom experiences to real-life contexts. Schools then should function as democratic communities that foster inquiry, critical thinking, and collaboration. The next one is the very famous Jean Piaget, a Swiss psychologist known for his theory of cognitive development and learning. His work emerged during the growing interest in child psychology, challenging views of learning as simple transmission of information. Piaget's theory established the foundation of cognitive constructivism, showing that learning involves active mental growth rather than passive imitation. His developmental model transformed classrooms into learner-centered environments. He proposed that children pass through cognitive stages and construct understanding through assimilation and accommodation. For him, education should match the learner's developmental stage, emphasizing discovery-based and hands-on activities. He believed that teaching should nurture curiosity and reasoning, allowing learners to build understanding through exploration. We also have Lev Vygotsky, a Russian psychologist whose socio-cultural theory influenced educational thought. His ideas developed during a period of social and political transformation that highlighted the role of culture and language in learning. Vygotsky's work shifted constructivism toward a social and cultural perspective. His ideas on dialogue, culture, and mediation continue to shape collaborative and culturally responsive pedagogy. He emphasized that learning occurs through social interaction and language within the zone of proximal development. For him, education should center on social collaboration and guided participation. Teachers should act as facilitators and co-learners who scaffold experiences, helping students move beyond what they can do independently. Jerome Bruner, an American psychologist and educational theorist known for his work on cognitive learning and curriculum design. His contributions arose in response to behaviorist models that minimized the learner's active role in understanding. Bruner translated constructivist theory into practice, making discovery learning and inquiry-based teaching hallmarks of modern education. His spiral curriculum remains vital in scaffolding and revisiting knowledge for deeper understanding. He believed that learning is an active process of discovery, where new ideas build upon existing knowledge. For him, education should encourage inquiry and problem solving through discovery learning. Teachers should guide the students to uncover principles independently, revisiting ideas through a spiral curriculum to deepen comprehension. David Ausubel, an American educational psychologist known for his theory of meaningful verbal learning, or also known as meaningful learning theory. His ideas developed as a critique of rote memorization and discovery learning that lacked cognitive anchoring. Ausubel expanded constructivism by emphasizing the importance of prior knowledge in learning. His focus on meaningful learning over rote memorization strengthened constructivism's cognitive dimension. He argued that understanding occurs when new information is linked to existing cognitive structures. For him, education should focus on meaningful learning by connecting new concepts to prior knowledge. Teachers should use advanced organizers and conceptual frameworks to support comprehension and retention. Ernst von Glasersfeld, a German-born philosopher and cognitive scientist associated with radical constructivist theory. His work emerged amid the philosophical debates challenging objectivism and traditional notions of truth in education. Von Glasersfeld deepened constructivism by arguing that knowledge is individually constructed and cannot be passively transmitted. His radical interpretation reinforced learner autonomy and critical reflection. He proposed that reality is understood through personal experiences and interpretation rather than objective discovery. For him, education should provide opportunities for exploration and personal interpretation. Teachers, in this aspect, should support learners in constructing their own meaning through dialogue, inquiry, and reflection. Next is Seymour Papert, a mathematician and educational technologist known for applying constructive ideas to computing and learning. His ideas arose during the rise of digital technology, highlighting new possibilities for learner-centered and exploratory education. Papert redefined constructivism for the modern era through constructionism, where learners build knowledge by creating tangible artifacts. His ideas inspired project-based learning and educational technology innovations. Building on Piaget, he argued that learning occurs most powerfully when students construct things that have personal meaning. Making and reflecting are inseparable parts of knowledge creation. For him, knowledge should empower learners to explore and create through hands-on, technology-enhanced experiences. He believed that designing and building meaningful projects fosters deep learning and creativity. In the present, Constructivism remains one of the most influential learning theories today, underpinning inquiry-based, project-based, and digital learning environments. Modern classrooms emphasize collaboration, discovery, and personalized learning pathways. Technology-enhanced education, flipped classrooms, and formative assessment practices all reflect constructivist principles of active, contextual knowledge construction. Constructivism redefined education as an active process of meaning-making rather than passive reception. From Piaget's cognitive stages to Vygotsky's social interactionism and Bruner's discovery learning, Constructivism positioned learners as co-creators of knowledge through reflection and engagement. The constructivist tradition reminds us that education must empower learners to construct understanding through experience, dialogue, and inquiry in building knowledge that is both personal and transformative. This has been the historical development of constructivism in education. For more helpful videos in related education courses, you may subscribe to this channel. Thank you in advance.